Hello, 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 and today I'm coming at you with an Explorer deck. That's right, we're going to do some Explorer content. I've recently been playing some good games in like Historic and Explorer and Standard, and I've made this deck, which I think is a bit disgusting, and I'm really enjoying playing an Explorer. I have roughly a 60% win record of over about 12 games of this deck, so it's fairly viable. I'm enjoying it quite a lot, and it's very reminiscent of an old deck because we have Agent of Treachery in Explorer, and it's a disgusting card, especially when combined with Yarok the Desecrated. So we very much have a value deck here in the form of a few elementals, got Risen Reef and Yarok the Desecrated to draw and ramp out pretty quick. Got some Elvish Visionaries as well to also get us ramping towards some of our horrible threats, such as Titan of Industry, Agent of Treachery, Muldrofer, and Ancient Green Warden to help us finish out the game. Of course, we are running Yori and Sky Nomad to go up to 80 cards. It's quite useful in a Risen Reef deck where you are often drawing a lot of your deck. Having those extra 20 cards helps stop you from milling out every now and then. So the plan is to get one of these free mana dorks out on turn 2, be that Lotus Cobra, Prosperous Innkeeper, or Tangled Florahedron, so we can start making our way to our bigger threats, including Yarok the Desecrated and Cavalier of Thorns. We have a decent amount of elementals to trigger Riven Reef in this, including Tangled Florahedron as a land, and a couple of Overgrowth elementals as well to go with that elemental synergy. I think these are probably what I'd lose before anything else. Everything has an ETB. Reclamation Stage is there for artifacts and enchantments. We have Ravenous Chupacabra steal some problematic things, and we have Gonti, which is super fun, stealing a couple of cards from our opponent. And as well as the Death Touch makes it a really good blocker. Getting one of these cards, getting Gonti or Quandrix Cultivator, can often be quite a good stonewall if we get them out on turn 3 using our mana dorks. Yarok copies everything, it's ridiculous. Yarok combined with Ancient Green Warden combined with Lotus Cobra can result in some ridiculous stuff. And Prosperous Innkeeper has a double ETB, which works super nice with Yarok, can pump our life total and help us survive against burn. So I'm going to take this out in a best of 1, do 5 or so games of it to show you how cool it is. Really enjoy this deck. Hopefully get to see a bit more of it in the Explorer format, which I'm currently loving. Okay, let's go on to our first game. Alright, we're on to game 1 against Ray Can. This is a lovely starting hand, so we're going to keep this. Unfortunately, no black mana starts off, but the Lotus Cobra into Risen Reef is a very nice start. I'm going to get Force Seed on the first turn, but hopefully they'll just kind of take something. Well, this is quite a nice hand, so I don't know what I'd take. Probably the Risen Reef, I assume. Although Lotus Cobra does allow us to ramp out pretty nicely, so into Cavalier of Thorns, so yeah, it's kind of a nice bunch of 4 cards, but yeah, it's going to be the Risen Reef, isn't it? Oh, don't know, what would you take? I would probably go for the Risen Reef myself. Yeah, nice. Okay, well at least we get to Temple, get something else decent. Don't even want the Triumph yet. And then I think we go into the Cobra to start getting some mana off of that. They might just be heavy discard, but it looks like they're probably sacrificed. Okay, that's cool. That means that we can start... We can use our Acolyte next turn to get something back. Maybe our Risen Reef, we'll see. Okay, I'll Spell Tonight now. Not ideal. But we can now start going very quickly towards Cavalier of Thorns. And we get our black mana as well, which is fantastic. And we have no non-creature, non-land cards, so that's kind of useless. It's kind of annoying that we're going to use Cavalier and exile the 4 cards we don't use with Elspeth's Nightmare, but hey, life goes on. So it does seem like they're quite heavily on the discard there. In fact, maybe we just play Acolyte and get the Risen Reef back rather than using the Cavalier straight away. And then we can play Florahedron tap maybe. We have got the 3 green mana, so we're alright. Cool. Not really sure. If they're going to kill the Elvish Rejuvenator, I'm completely fine with that. But they are choosing not to, so yeah, I think... Or maybe Lotus Cobra into land, into Acolyte. Yeah, why not? Unless they have some sort of excessively good way to deal with this. Lotus Cobra can work really well with Risen Reef. We can find ourselves doing some ridiculous synergies. We'll just go Acolyte. Get the Risen Reef. Oh, double Yarok though. But no, I think... Oh, yeah, we'll get Risen Reef. That is a shame to see 2 Yaroks go into exile. But they are just win more at some points of this game, so much more interested in making sure that we draw some cards off of the Risen Reef and Florahedron next turn. Yeah, and we'll get to do a trigger of it. Cool, that's fine. So we sacrifice Elvish Rejuvenator, and then we get to draw 2 cards. Nice. This is a good place to be. Cool. And then the Florahedron. Nice, and we've got Agent of Treachery, so that's... So I'm assuming we've got a Croxer in our future, and I really wouldn't mind stealing a Croxer with Agent of Treachery. We can also start thinking about using Urian. When we get to 8, we can just grab Urian and blink everything we own, which will be really nice. Oh, Obnixilis. Okay. Quite good against us because Risen Reef is a small creature. Kind of makes me want to think that we want to get towards Urian even quicker now. Shame we lost the Florahedron then, isn't it? So, do we Innkeeper into Cavalier? I think that looks good. Yeah. Well, Innkeeper into Cavalier. Which means we have Agent of Treachery at the disposal, and if not, we can at least do a Urian Blink. So Risen Reef gets us Titan of Industry. Just get a Fabled Passage, and a life for our troubles as well. And are we that worried at this point about losing Risen Reef? I mean, we do want all the value we can get, so yeah, I don't think it's worth it for 2 damage. We'll just check that we still have basics in the deck for... Yeah, we still have basics in the deck, fantastic. Yep, cool. We will just keep our 2 lovely cards.
Plead for mercy.
Both times.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
And the thing I need to think about, I think we want to do Urian Blink next turn, so that we get our 5 life from Prosperous Innkeeper. Again, quite sad about the... and Urian as well, very good at taking down these Obnixili. So, yeah, I think we're in a good place. We'll, before they get their Demon, we'll get the lands out of our deck, so we'll get Swamp. Nice. Of course... Oh... We could just Agent of Treachery earlier, but what's the benefit of that? Well, if we play Agent of Treachery, we can then blink it to get another permanent. They still don't really have anything that we're that fussed about, so I think it's just going into Urian after... Yeah, we'll do Urian. Urian's very good at taking down these Planeswalkers, so we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off they go. I always have to nice myself on that. It's just very satisfying to see all these triggers. Of course, when Yarok decks were a thing, we didn't really have Urian and we didn't have Prosperous Innkeeper. Cool, just draw a bunch of good cards, no lands, but hey, we get Watergrave from the Cavalier. Bit of life. And I think we want a Yarok now. Yeah. I think we do. Cool, so that's 16 life. We can Yarok into Prosperous Innkeeper. I think that just guarantees that we have the life we need. And they're deadly disputing. But look at this hand. We're back up to a hand of 7. A library of 43. We have the same size library as our opponent, which is nice. Yeah, it looks like Urian's not long for this world. And I think we can be a bit less precious over the Risen Reef now, so we can start attacking fairly recklessly. Might want to get something off of Gonti. If we can get their Wildfire Devil, then we are in good form. Because they've not played one yet. Cool, they're getting rid of one of Nicholas for a Devil. I guess they know that it's going to die. In fact, do we just want to start discarding?
Pleasure doing
No, I think we're fine. So it's quite good to not overextend with Risen Reefs. Oh yeah, okay, that's probably why they're making more of them.
I'm the new boss around here.
But yeah,
Join
again,
me
we play Prosperous
or
Innkeeper.
die.
If we play Yarok first, Prosperous Innkeeper is basically free.
My goons will make quick work of you.
But maybe there's something we're not playing.
Your
Nah, we can go down to
punishment
12. Really
is
not that
my
worried.
entertainment.
It's just if they have the Wildfire Devils. Not Wildfire Devils, I can't remember what it's called. You know, the free Rakdos sacrificed one. 1-2, as in 3 mana Rakdos sacrificed one. We seem to be getting roped. Murderous Red is not going to quite do it. They have 3 identical Planeswalkers. I think that Obnixilis is very good, but it's not like... I've never seen anyone use the ultimate with this yet, so... Good at chipping away very well, but aside from that, not too fussed about it. Oh, Colorguns is alright. Yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll get rid of... Let me just get rid of the Visionary. Okay, land's nice. So, yeah, we'll get Yarok out. Get a couple of life. Prosperous Innkeeper out, get a couple of treasures, gain a couple of life. And then we could just straight up steal 2 of their Obnixilis, or double Titan of Industry. I think that's fairly ridiculous, isn't it? So, I'm going to make a Rhino, and I'm going to put a shield counter on Rhino, and I think I'm going to gain some life just in case. A bunch of stuff happens, and we get in. I think we can afford to lose a Prosperous Innkeeper here as well. They can throw some damage around, which would be nice, but... And they'll probably use 1 to get rid of the shield counter we put on Yarok, or they might just kill the Cavalier. Either way, we're on 33, so this is... We can start stealing all of their stuff. Agent of Treachery works quite well with Gonti as well, because this last ability of controlling 3 permanents, we can just get that with Gonti. So we can just play their cards from exile, and then if we steal 2, then we have the 3. But when we get to that point, the drawing 3 cards is really irrelevant.
This isn't over.
And they are... Where are they from? Yeah, probably the Prosperous Innkeeper is the best target. Yeah. I'm not too excited about playing Cavalier into Yarok at this point, because that mills 10 cards from our library, which isn't not relevant. Oh no, they're going to go for... are they... Oh, okay, sure. Cool. And then we have 9, 10, 13, 20, 8 damage next turn, so they need some blockers. And the biggest they can block there is Cavalier, due to the Titan having... Yeah, okay, nice. That's game 1. A win to us. Okay, we're now on 0. Hopefully not playing Angels. Angels is one of the only decks that we really struggle against. And they have no companion, so it's probably not the... Well, it's not a bunch of things. It hasn't got Gigantha, it hasn't got Kihira, and it hasn't got Urine, so... maybe we want to... So, Prosperous... Prosperous is definitely happening. Risen Reef is probably happening after that, but we might want to go Rejuvenator. But either way, we've got our Urine ready. Gonna get a bunch of mana, so... I think we actually want to do Rejuvenator first, because we kind of want to ramp as quickly as possible. Let's see. Cute little bat. Nice, okay, get the breeding pool. In terms of the lands, we do have fetch lands. We do only have Fabled Passage due to the Lotus Cobra, which does mean we do have a fair amount of basics, but it works just fine. I think we'll just go Forest here. Don't want to play the shock lines unless we have to. It does look like we're against control, at least with these two. I'm not too keen on where this is going. If they're going to Be nice if it was flyers instead. Wouldn't mind playing against flyers, but really do not want a long control game here. Oh no! Oh goodness me! Okay, cool, cool. All right, we're back. We're back. Come on. You know, you always want to see a third color, just so you know that you're not just facing control. But in this case, I think we're going to go to Rejuvenator. Let them counter it. If they have the counter, which presumably they do, can absorb it. They're really, really... yeah, nice. Okay, cool. They might be doing that thing where they just wait for us to ramp into threats and then kill the threats. But we can just slightly chip away here, not expecting anything too ridiculous. If they're using Brazen Borrower as well, it means that our whole deck's really good. Just replaying the ETB triggers. They are... Okay, next time we need to watch out for Wandering Emperor though. That's the only thing off the top of my head that they could be doing that we should be concerned for. Nice little lead up of lands there though. Look at that. Perfect 1, 2, 3. Ah! I mean... Yeah, okay, we're going to attack for 1. Nice. They might just board wipe. I don't know if that would be a wise move at this point, but they could just board wipe. Again. Right, I guess... in case they have Dwari Disruption, we don't want to use our treasure. I mean, they probably wouldn't Dwari Disruption into treasure anyway, but might as well just have everything on board, that one on board. This is probably, like, if anything's going to get countered, it's surely going to be this. Nope. Okay, nice. So, expect the board wipe next turn, I suppose. Or the... I mean, if they settle the wreckage on us, then we're laughing. Laughing. But they might also Teferi. I think they've got Scary. They must have Scary Teferi next turn. If, after the nothingness they've done. Yeah, we'll have an island. We'll have an island. Thank you. Lovely. And gain a life. We could move Urian here, but... In fact, let's see. Do we want to move Urian? Nah, I think we keep the treasure. Ah, Shark Typhoon. Lovely. Oh, there's an oldie but goodie. So we've lost the Rejuvenator, but we could quite easily go Risen. Yeah, let's do the Risen Roof. Into another Rejuvenator. Meh, bit meh, but hey. At least if they kill the Risen Reef, we can bring it back with Acolyte now. So that's kind of good. I'm expecting a wipe, but maybe not. Yeah, there's the wipe. They're attacking with the Shark. Here comes the wipe. Depopulate, and we get to draw a card from it. Fantastic. Oh, love the depopulate. Okay, cool. In that case, do we want a Risen Roof? Or do we just want a Quandrix and Visionary? Let's see what we get with the Visionary. I'd quite like some decent attacker and blockers, and Quandrix Cultivator has got some decent stats on it. They're just letting them, just thinking about if they want us to draw that card. Also, if they're playing Depopulate, we want to make sure we have multicolored creatures out as much as possible. I mean, that was always going to be the plan, I suppose, if we're doing Acolyte or Quandrix Cultivator, but cool, yeah, we get to draw a card. And let's check, do we even have the lands for it? Yes, we still have two islands and a forest, so grand. And get the Turtle Druid. No Mana Tithe. Yes. Island. Which brings our lands down to 22 in deck, which out of 62 means we're just over a third chance to draw one each turn. Yeah, there's nothing really worth bringing back in the graveyard apart from that. This game, they're making a lot of decisions. Okay, let's see what they do. I can see why they just played the Otawara with all our ETBs going on. There's the Teferi.
I won't hide from the world any longer.
So they don't have enough to do Wandering Emperor, but they could like seal away or something. I'm not really sure what you play as removal in this deck apart, but they've not really shown us that much yet. So we'll just go straight for the attack to start off with. They'll probably have an answer, but we can create 2 more attackers. Could even Urian if they just... I don't know. What are they going to do here? Seal away is all I can think of as being a good kind of way to deal with this. If they do have Seal away, we could try Acolyte to get our Reclamation Sages. Oh, March level won't be light, of course. That means they're losing... Oh, they've just got rid of another fairy for that as well. It's fine by me.
That was uncalled for.
So maybe it's... what is it? Acolyte. Ooh, there's Yarok. Do we want Yarok? Yeah, I think we want Yarok. And then we'll play Yarok. I think they'll probably put it back in our deck. Unless they, of course, depopulate, which isn't unlikely. Or some sort of equivalent board wipe. That's probably a dumb move. We probably wanted to get Yorion ready. Yeah, unless they're warping... Okay, let's see. Oh, maybe they're trying to get the board wipe. They got rid of another Teferi, so that's kind of nice. Ah, it's the depopulate, yeah. Annoying, annoying, annoying. Played right into that as well. No one's blamed but myself. Okay, there's the Rex Sage, so that might come in useful a bit later. We'll get Teferi, we'll get Yorion ready. We'll play an Elvish Rejuvenator. Yeah, I think the Overgrown Elemental might be the card to lose in this. We might not even get a land with this too. Let's see. We do, we get Triome. And Overgrown Elemental is a bit of a hunk, so we'll play that in our breeding pool. Yeah, I don't think we have enough elementals to justify Overgrowth Elemental. I think I'm going to switch out after this game. They censor it anyway. Could have avoided that just by playing land first. But we have some good draws left in the deck. We could straight up steal. We could straight up just get a Agent of Treachery and then we're laughing, but I don't think that's quite happened yet. Oh, man, creature lands. Which I do get to untap. Cool. Well, there's another Rejuvenator. We're doing well for lands. I think I want to cycle this as well. Memory Deluge. How much do we have? We have 5 plus 3, so yes, we can indeed Urian and Triome. So what I like about this is it does seem to get all the lands out of our deck by using our Elvish Rejuvenator. It like skims through it quite nicely. And then we will Urian again. 1, 2. Probably into a board wipe, but hey ho. Let's see how this does. 2 more lands. Watergrave. Fabled Passage. We are doing great for lands. It might be that, in fact, putting a single Crater Hoop in here might be a play. But they can now Hall of the Storm Giants or Memory Deluge. It does. We're on the back foot for sure. I could just create some tokens, I suppose. Yeah, okay, they're not actually tapping. Nothing's tapped, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll cycle this. Into a forest, unfortunately. Eesh. It's not looking great. So, well, you were in the Planeswalker. Which, hopefully... Yeah, it's Wandering Emperor. I think that's a good game. We'll move on to the next one. Control is not our style. And we're against Adividopoulos. And this hand is garbage. This hand is absolute stinker. This is slightly better. I think we'll lose the Reclamation Sage. Which means we aren't doing much early on. We should get something, hopefully, with the Temple. Overgrowth Elemental is not the one. Maybe more Chupacabra is the answer. We'll just play the Water Grave Tapped. Or maybe even the Frill Mystic might be the one. Okay, that's quite nice. Let's do that. Then we'll get Rejuves to get us a Temple. Ooh, yeah, we don't have a Yarok yet. Curious what this is. I've not seen Grixis. Okay, it's involving Tenacious Underdog, so I'm not too worried about that actually. If that's what they're going to use their turn doing. Of course it isn't. Let's go to the Cultivator. Unfortunately we can't use the Cavalier of Thorns. I think we let them attack for one turn. They can next turn play Big Bolus. Yeah, Bolus Control is super fun. I have my own Bolus Control deck, which historic, which is super fun. Oh, I didn't know this had a sound effect now. That's awesome. Cool. Wasn't necessarily expecting that to stick around. Oh, we get another one. Come on, you have to. Very, very, very Stranger Things. I think there might be some copywriting issues somewhere between those two Yaroks and Demigorgons. I'd love to see a Secret Lair Yarok from the Stranger Things thing, but I think the Stranger Things thing is done now, right? Oh, we get to kill both of these. Next turn. So that's what we'll do. 1 and 2. They can, of course, just play the Scarab God again, because that's how the Scarab God works. And start exiling Nicol Bolus's. But I think the deal is they wouldn't be able to transform the Nicol Boluses they get, which is a pretty good catch. Would really like a green source to do Cavalier. If not, we'll go Gonti. And this can do non-lands, can't it? You may look at and cast, so it's cast only. And Tenacious Underdog, sure. Really not that fussed about Tenacious Underdog at this point in the game. Nice, there's a green. So, it does mean we have to play this tapped, but Cavalier of Thorns is a very good blocker here. And we want more blue. And we want more green. And unfortunately just... oh wait, at least we can get Urian ready. And attack with Yarok. They might have the big bolus, I'm not sure. They don't seem to have little bolus. Well, they have little bolus, so medium bolus hasn't appeared yet. Oh, and they give us the concede. Fantastic, lovely. So that's 2 out of 3, which, as I've heard, is not bad. And we're on to our 4th game against Killer Alfred. Ooh, it's a risky one. So we do have 2 lands in the Innkeeper that can then lead us, as long as we draw another land, into Quandrix Cultivator. They get to choose a mulligan. I think if they mulligan, we will. We have enough lands that will probably be alright, and the Reclamation stage could be big here, so let's give it a go. Probably not a great keep. Okay, it's fine. Completely fine. But this is... it's not Angel Colours, but it's close enough for me to be concerned about it. So next turn we can cultivate it to get our blue source. Hopefully this isn't the Righteous Valkyrie, or whatever the life gain one is. No, it's just a Maya Triton. Okay. But that is Greasefang. So, yeah. We want to get going quickly. In fact, maybe Gonti's the way to go here. Nah, we'll ramp. With the Turtle Druid, get ourselves an island. and leave the Mitrite alone. We like to make sure we have enough health that Greasefang dying isn't too bad. At least with Gonti, we can make sure to hopefully extract one of their key cards out of their deck. But Maya... Okay. Yeah, Parhelian's gone. So we need to get fast on this then. Best use of our mana here would probably... I think it's Gonti. We might get something relevant. Like a piece of removal. Mind Rot. So I play discards 2 cards. They're all a bit useless. We'll Mind Rot. And I think... so this has reach. Parhelion is a 5/5, and this can block Parhelion, which is really nice. So I think we get in with the... Let's get in with the Innkeeper. Why not? So the way Greasefang works, beginning combat on your turn, return a vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield, it gains haste. So they're going to get their Angels. From your graveyard to the battlefield. There's Parhelion. Gets crewed. And we get screwed. Okay, cool. Does Mind Rot target players so they can just do it themselves? Is that why they use it? So... The Green Warden's alright. What's that with Gonti? Yeah, so we have a single block of the flyers. Urian will be a second one. So they need to discard here to really get the most out of Greasefang. Greasefang and Angels are our 2 worst matchups, I think. As we don't really have... It'd be good for sideboarding though. Let's see if they get it. Do they get it? No, they don't. Thank goodness. And if they want to attack the Angels, they can just steal 4. But then we get to block and kill 1. Which is fine by me. Okay, Lotus Cobra means we can do this. Get blue, black. I think this means we can Urian this turn, which is really good news. Get green. Get green, blue. Make sure we have enough blue to cast Urian, yeah we do. And then we'll play Urian. Which does involve blinking everything. So this could work out alright. We get a green and a black. And unfortunately we don't get to use that for the Acolyte here. They just need some way to discard. Okay, they're gonna discard, which means they have at least 8. 8 is fine, we can deal with 8. They get Parhelion. They crew Parhelion. And we want to block the Angels and not the Parhelion, because we don't actually want to kill the Parhelion. So we get dealt 9 here. Yep. So then the Parhelion goes back to their hand, which is where we want it to be. Right, so the first thing to do is Fabled Passage. Green-black. Get another land out of our deck. Because what we really want is Yarok. Green-black. And then Prosperous Innkeeper, so we get as much life as we can. We play this, Acolyte of Affliction. Which does give us a Ravenous Chupacabra, which might be what we want here, but it might also be better to go for the Gonti. Have they shown us much removal? They've not shown us any removal. Okay, so tubes means we can kill. Yeah, I think we get tubes. And destroy Greasefang. They probably have another. They have another Perhelion ready, so I guess it is 0 attacks and just holding on at this point. So they need another Greasefang. They probably have another Greasefang. It being legendary and all. But they have a Perhelion in the... Yeah, they've got no Greasefang. So Perhelion comes down again, and that means the minimum we take is... Unfortunately, I think we've lost them, haven't we? Ah, oh, so close. So close. If only we could flash in this. That is good game, isn't it? It is. We should have played the Reclamation Stage. Even if we did, we would have gained 2 more life. Yeah, we could have survived another turn if we played the Reclamation Stage. That's so annoying. Ah, good game. Good game, good game, good game. Right, and on to the last one. Okay, so final game, and we are against Connie Chopper, and I quite like the look of this hand, so we're going to take it. We can go, I think maybe, yeah, we got Florahedron on turn 2, which means we can do Gonti, Acolyte, Elvish, Rejuvenator, and Urian if we need it. It should be fine by the looks of things. They are, I don't know if the sleeve is telling us anything, but we should find out very shortly. It does look like enchantments might be the way they're going with the little pup, which does a little dance, which, let's face it, is probably the best pet. In fact, I think Arena might just be worth every single penny you spend on it just to watch this little dog sniff around, do a dance. Ah, besides the mulligan, fantastic. That's nice. Okay, anyway, enough of the dog. I think we'll go, we'll risk it, we'll play the, and for some reason there's no sound, again. It's been happening a lot recently. Right, the Overgrown Tomb into the Florahedron. I imagine it will just kick back in at some random moment and make me jump, as is usually the case when the sound disappears. But they might, if they have something for Florahedron and we don't draw land, then it's very bad times. It's very bad times indeed. Maybe it's just worth playing Llanowar Elves in this deck, but well, it's definitely not worth playing Overgrowth Elemental. If there's one thing I've learned, that's I just need to find the time in my day to replace it with another card. Okay, so it's Angel, so we're in a lot of trouble. So Rejuvenator comes out, gets us our 4th mana source, which is going to be a temple, so that we can see if we get another land. That's not a land, so we're going to throw it away. The Chupacabra can deal with at least the one they usually play on turn 3, which is the not Resplendent Angel, the other one. They will get their little spirit, but this is so busted, isn't Mono White? No, I mean, Selesnya Angel's just busted. Can't quite remember why they play green. Ah, Book of the Exalted Deeds. Okay, fine. Again, we have no lands, so does that just mean another Rejuvenator? I think it might, but we might just want to play Acolyte so we actually have lands. Either way, we get a land. Elvish Rejuvenator achieves it in a better way, I think. Yeah, there's an island. Fantastic. We are just playing lands through our Elvish Rejuvenators rather than the traditional means, but, that's life. We do have something for Book of Exalted Deeds, but if they're going to have collected company, like they are, then it spells bad times ahead. Very bad times ahead. At least Ravenous Chupacabra, we have many ways to get it back, so... Okay, that could be worse. Could be far worse. Definitely want to kill that Resplendent Angel. And, look at all this. This is ridiculous. I think Massacre Girl might be a card to play. So Tubes hits the Resplendent Angel, I guess. But things are looking pretty rough. Yeah, there's their 2 tokens. Yeah, you know what, we're going to concede and we're just going to do another one instead. The Angels, we know we're going to lose, so let's move on to the next. Okay, so we're on to game 6. And that's a hand. We'll get rid of... We'll keep the Reclamation Sage after last game. We'll just kind of get rid of one of these swamps, I think. And hope that this has a nice target to hit. It looks like it's Selesnya Angels again, so that's a big issue if we can't deal with Selesnya Angels. might really scream that we need Massacre Girl, as Massacre Girl will kill the tokens. No, it's some sort of Nibbles. Fair enough. We'll get the Innkeeper out. Start making our way towards that Yarok. Next turn we'll get Urian so that Yarok can double up the Visionary if we get that far. Oh, and they quit. Okay, well that's nice. That adds to the win ratio, but let's, we'll guess we're doing a Game 7 as well then. Okay, Game 7. Hopefully this one will be a good one. I think the sound effects are back now, so I've restarted Arena. Still haven't removed the Overgrowth Elementals. And ooh, we need a green source. We could scratch for a green source, but that's very unlikely, so let's not be silly. That is much more like it. We'll get rid of Rejuvenator because we have the Risen Reef. So Lotus Coves into Risen Reef. Nice. And a single more Dropher for our woes. Cool. And then we can Swamp. Get ourselves a green source. Play Risen Reef. And yeah, we get a land. Just what we want. Might just be that we play a really early mode Dropher. But Yarok is great after Risen Reef because you get the double trigger. They're going to cultivate. You kind of feel alright against other ramp decks when you're ramping. So we'll pay 2 life because we might be able to. We're quite likely. Yeah. To get around. And now we have double. Now this is how you want to do it. This is how you want it to go. Draw 2 cards. Divination with our Visionary. And get him for free. Boom! See, that's the start you want. That's the start you want. And you know what? I'm on such a hype. Let's go to 8. Okay, game number 8. Sure is very addictive. Yeah, cool. I'll go that. Looks good, looks good. Can start with this, I think. Do our blue at the end of their turn. Oh, they're on blue, but they've got some interesting lands, blue-white. So hopefully we'll be alright. We want our blue source. And then, yeah, I did that wrong, didn't I? No, I don't think there's any way around it, so yeah, we'll just get the Florahedron as a land. That way we can Visionary next turn, draw a card. Prosperous. Yeah, sure. We'll just play the Swamp and Visionary, which replaces itself very nicely. Cool, Lotus Scopes. So we could go Lotus Cobra land into Prosperous Innkeeper. Or we could Prosperous Innkeeper land into Lotus Cobra and gain a life. We have quite a lot of land here, really, don't we? So I suppose, yeah, we'll Lotus Cobra first. Play a land. Get a green. And let's... Maybe we Acolyte. Nah. I think the Innkeep is the way to go. Because I sense forward white in our future. Of course, if we can get our fetch back, Acolyte of Affliction basically pays for itself. That is if they don't just kill everything now. So I'm imagining they will. Love these new lands. Okay, well, I suggest that we start with an attack with these two. See if they settle. Be a very bad settle. Okay, so they're not going to settle. And then we'll play a land intact. Get our green. We'll Acolyte of Affliction. Because if we can use Lotus Cobra and Fabled Passage, that'd be fantastic. Maybe, yeah, maybe playing the Florahedron was a bad move. We could get something really nice with Acolyte. Yeah, we just get a Rex Sage, so we'll get the Fabled Passage. So we want to hit our lands. Then we'll end the turn there. Maybe it was an idea to get our Urian ready, but if we can Fabled Passage, as long as they don't destroy everything, which they probably will, hopefully depopulate, If it's scary to fairy, okay, no. It is not scary to fairy, so Fabled Passage. Get our second blue so we can do Urian when we want to. Innkeeper and Acolytes. Chupacabra seems bad, so actually I think we're just going to get another Acolyte back. So we can loot these indefinitely if we need to. That's probably a Doomscar or a Sauret coming. So let's just attack again. We'll Acolyte. Hope for a Risen Reef or something. Would quite like a Risen Reef. Nah, not one to be seen. So maybe it's just the Visionary. And then I think we'll get Urian ready. This way, if they want to wipe, they can. I don't think that's a Sauret coming in our future. I think that's another Doomscar. Yeah. That's fine, that's fine. I think we're out of Acolytes now, aren't we? Yeah, but hey-ho. And let's just Visionary. And if they counter this, then we can just do Rejuvenator. Yeah, sure. Do we get Scryland? Yeah, we have Temple. There we are, lovely. We don't want more lands right now. So, this is where Teferi comes down, probably. Again, look at how ridiculously rubbish Overgrowth Elemental is in this matchup. It's a 3-2, that's all it is. Oh, yes. Oh, we wanted the Shark Typhoon so bad. Cool, so we'll bait out the counter with Yarok. Ooh! Rex Sage. Come on. Or is this a sensor? Please don't be a sensor. It looks like a sensor. Or something of a similar caliber. No? I feel like they'd have just done it, if it was. Or the casualty one. They're gonna bounce? Exile? Have they become March of Light? Doesn't matter, if they kill Yarok, we still get to destroy the Shark Typhoon. It doesn't seem like they know what they want to do. Yarok keeps getting looked at. Yes. Oh. That's beautiful. So they get a 6-6 for their troubles. But I'm all for them into attacking. We'll just get a bunch of value off of Urian. As long as we draw another land. No Shark. Okay. So this speaks Yarok to me. Cool. And we'll pass the turn. They might have another march. I'm not sure. They're attacking, so that's probably a board wipe. Unless they're happy with us attacking them back. Which would seem as the case. Well, let's Visionary, yeah. Yeah, double draw. Fantastic. Ooh, Muldrotha. Still no lands. But we can... Risen Reef can sort that out. And if we're overextending, it isn't the end of the world here. As long as we do have another Yarok, don't we? No, we do not. We only have one Yarok in our graveyard. But Muldrotha can do some fun stuff here. We can still draw more cards, play more lands. We can Acolyte again if we get Muldrotha out. I don't seem to like that. Yep, cool. Looks like we can kind of outvalue control then. And then this is the Settle. If they have Settle, which I'm assuming they do. Oh, much better.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. I am almost sad to
Still
see
fine.
you go.
So, Wandering Emperor, they could make a samurai and kill it. I'm not sure what they want to do here. I mean, that does take care of a lot of things. But we just got Fabled Passage, which with Mordrofa is pretty gnarly. So why don't we Cavalier of Thorns? Don't get anything out of it. And Overgrowth. Once again, they can just board wipe us if they've got more board wipes. They might just have another Farewell, which would be really annoying because Mordrofa does not like Farewell. And I'm quite sad to have lost all this. The rest of the deck, we still got a lot of good cards left. Much better Otherworldly Lights. And a mix Samurai. So, what do we have in our graveyard? We've got a lot of stuff in our graveyard, so Mordrofa. We'll cast the latest code. We'll play Fabled Passage. Get a blue. Get a green. Play the other Lotus Cobra. Really hoping there's not a board wipe here, aren't we? But we don't really care because Overgrowth Elemental is terrible and I don't know why I'll put it in here, or why I have not done something about it yet. It triggers Riven Reef, that's its job. Is it another Farewell? Is it another Farewell? Please, do not let it be another Farewell. Okay, it's not. Yeah! Nice! So there you go, you can be Control. Thank you very much for watching. And we're going to quickly look at the stats. Give me one moment. So looking at the stats, we have this period here where Yarok has a 53% win rate. This is using untapped GG, and there is a massive gap from here to here, which helped us get up to platinum. So this is disproportionately low. It does still have a terrible matchup against Angels, which is one of the most predominant decks in the format at the moment. However, the other decks it does seem to do all right against. Definitely want to be taking out, as I've said multiple times, the Overgrowth Elementals, and if you're running it as a best of 3 deck, there's definitely more you could do with it as well, as you could take out the Reclamation Sages that are using in special matchups. So let me know if you like the Explorer content, and I'll make more, because I'm really enjoying the format. We'll still continue doing the historic war stuff, but yeah. Cool, well thank you very much for watching, subscribe if you like, and have a good day.